This is lesson 1110, volume of cylinders. Set a vegetable can on a piece of grid paper and trace around the base as shown at the right. Estimate the number of centimeter cubes that would fit at the bottom of the can, including parts of cubes. I did that, and my estimate was about 40 cubes or centimeters cubed. If each layer is 1 centimeter high, how many layers would it take to fill the cylinder? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make a conjecture. How can you find the volume of the can? Let's see, 6 layers. So I have 40 cubic centimeters fitting at the bottom. I have 6 layers of those. So I do 40 times 6, which gives me 240 cubic centimeters. As with prisms, the area of the base of a cylinder tells the number of cubic units in one layer. The height tells how many layers there are in the cylinder. Therefore, the volume V of a cylinder with the radius R is the area of the base, big B, times the height. The area of the base is pi r squared, which is the formula for area of a circle. So we have this formula. Volume equals the area of the base times the height, or this formula, volume equals pi r squared times the height, which is the same thing. Area of the circle times the height. Find the volume of the cylinder, round to the nearest tenth. In this formula, in this case, they use volume equals pi r squared times the height. My radius is 5, so it's pi times 5 squared times 8.3, which is my height. On my calculator, I arrive at the answer 651.8804756, which I round to 651.9 or 9/10 cubic centimeters. Volume of the cylinder. Example A. Volume equals pi r squared times the height. Pi r squared again is big B if I want it to be. So pi times my radius, in this case 3 inches, squared times the height, which is 1.8, gives me a volume of 50.8938 that I'm going to round to 50.9, and in this case inches cubed, or cubic inches if you prefer. Example B. Volume equals pi r squared times the height. Again, pi r squared is the area of the base. So it's pi times my radius, which is 2.4, squared, times my height, which is 9. Gives me a volume of 162.8601, which I'm going to round to 162.9. In this case, it's meters cubed, or cubic meters. The decorative rain gauge shown has a height of 13 centimeters and a diameter of 3 centimeters. Now notice that's diameter. How much water can the rain gauge hold? In other words, what's the volume? The formula again, volume equals pi r squared. But because we have diameter, we're going to take 3 divided by 2, get 1.5. That's our radius, which is what we must use in our formula. So it's pi times 1.5 squared times 13, which is the height, gives me an approximate volume of 91.8, in this case, cubic centimeters. Check your progress. Problem C. Find the volume of a cylinder-shaped paint can that has a diameter of 4 inches and a height of 5 inches. So if diameter equals 4, then 4 divided by 2 equals 2, which is my radius. Radius equals 2. So volume equals pi r squared times the height. Again, this is big B, volume, or the area of the circle. So it's pi times my radius squared, which is 2, times my height, which is 5, gives me a volume of 62.8318, which we're going to round to 62.8, and in this case, it is inches cubed. Find the volume of each cylinder round to the nearest tenth in number 1. You give me the radius. So I'm going to use the formula of volume equals pi r squared. Area of the base times the height. So it's pi times my radius, which is 3, squared times my height, which is 5. Gives me a volume 141.37166, which I'm going to round to the nearest tenth, 141.4 inches cubed. Number 2, again, radius given, volume equals pi r squared, area of the base, times the height. Pi times 1.5 squared times the height, which is 8, gives me a volume of 56.5486 approximately, which I'm going to round to 56.5 in this case, centimeters cubed. Problem number 3. This time I have diameter. So if diameter equals 11 feet, then 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. Therefore, my radius is 5.5, in this case feet. Volume equals pi r squared times the height. Pi times my radius, which is 5.5, squared times my height, which is 6.5. Gives me an approximate volume of 617.7156, which I would then round to 617.7 in this case, feet cubed or cubic feet. Problem number 4. A can of concentrated orange juice has the dimensions shown at the right. Find the volume of the can of orange juice to the nearest tenth. Again, they give me diameter. For number 4, diameter equals 7. 7 divided by 2 equals 3.5. My radius then is 3.5 centimeters. Volume equals pi r squared times the height. Pi times my radius, which is 3.5, squared times my height, which is 15, gives me a volume of 577.2676, which I'm going to round to 577, pardon me, 0.3, and in this case it is centimeters cubed. Number 5. The scented candle is in the shape of a cylinder. The radius is 4 centimeters and the height is 12 centimeters. Find the volume of the candle. Number 5. Volume equals pi r squared times the height. Remember, pi r squared can also be big B, area of the base. Could use this formula, big B times the height. Pi times my radius, which is 4, squared, times my height, which is 12, gives me an approximate volume of 603.1857, which rounds to 603.2 in this case, centimeters cubed. No new vocabulary in this lesson, so at this point you should stop the video, go to NICU at www.nicu.net, take lesson quiz 1110. Remember to log in using your student number, and your student number followed by your full name as your password. Thanks for watching and good luck. Good luck.